YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. It's nice seeing you guys again. So today, this video is going to be a little different from the rest if you have been following me. Now, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Shanique. This is ClassyFlyy TV, and I mostly do videos on mom content, lifestyle, and family videos and vlogs. However, today I wanted to give a review on this infamous guy who has been having a lot of videos on debates on certain controversial topics. Now, from the title, as you can see, I will be doing a reaction video to Mr. Kevin Samuels. Now, while I do agree with a lot of his opinions, I disagree with his delivery sometimes. And that is because he has a way of making women seem not as valuable as men. And certain ways that he delivers his content, his opinions, is not my forte. But I'll just leave it at that for now. Let's get into this video. I will let you guys know what I feel, and I will let you guys know what my opinion is on what he has to say. Before I do that, please make sure to subscribe if you're new here, hit that like button, hit comments, and let me know how you feel about these topics. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So let's go watch the video. So, quick disclaimer. For those of you that are new, I am, how far am I now? I am 34 weeks pregnant and 4 days this week, and I am huge and I am out of breath. So if you hear me breathing all crazy and speaking in spaces and trying to talk and get my words out, please excuse that, because your girl is super preggo and ready to pop in the next few weeks. So yeah. Just wanted to put that out there. If you guys are wondering, like, what's up with this girl? Why is she so out of breath? That's why. So, all right, let's get to the video. Okay, guys, so let's see if we can hear what they're talking about.
Not the people who have their mind made up. It's also they're going to be scrolling in your face. How are you?
I'm doing amazingly well. Thanks so much for asking. Okay.
Good. How old are you, brother?
I'm 38.
All right, so we're talking about getting versus keeping.
So 38.
What do you got?
So I feel that it's a level of maturity when you get that mental, it's having substance. It's like, I feel like this generation, if I can be completely honest, we're getting worse. We're getting worse. It's getting worse.
Okay.
When you finally get to a level and being strategic behind that to understand how important your arrival is. I'm Spanish, Portuguese, and Black. So I've went through that stage of my life of being in my teens, thinking I knew it all, using my body, using my entitlement. And to be where I am now, I'm glad that I took that time of that solitude. I think that young ladies are not understanding how important solitude and isolation is. I want to
ask you something about something you said.
Here he goes.
And I've been thinking about it while you were talking. Getting to the point to where you don't need to be seen. What do you mean when you say that? Because I know what I think. What do you mean?
When I'm being seen, I think that for myself, that's when you're a product of your environment for so long, where you just feel that you're going to remain that until you actually take the time to get around individuals. It's kind of like going the extra mile because it's never crowded. Getting up earlier in the morning to be less frustrated with your maneuver throughout the day. Like, there's ways that you can go about that. So as far as being seen, for myself, being raised, in LA, Inglewood, California, it was more so like I was a product of my environment until I chose that I didn't want that anymore because I didn't like how I viewed myself. But to everybody else, I finessed my way and had it all together.
I think what I was thinking is not wanting to be seen is you're 30, how old? 38?
38.
Okay, so this world existed before you did. A world before social media where women had to live for their neighborhood or their community. women they cared more about their appearance to men and women around them. And today it seems like women are doing a lot of stuff for the gram, for the
I
net.
have to say that I totally agree.
Okay, so let me pause right there. So I have no idea what she was just saying, and I get it. I know when you're on the spot, it can be tough to get everything off your head in a clear manner. Hell, it's hard for me right now with this prego brain, but I really didn't understand what she meant about being seen, but I do understand what he is saying about being seen. And I feel like that's what she meant, but she didn't want to come off as saying that. But anyways, let's continue.
So,
I totally agree.
So,
but I've also been that lady that I've also been that woman that has did it for the gram, because
is that your career?
I'm a trainer. I'm a personal trainer. So, but it was personal trainer coming from being broken, taking time to finally heal that brokenness. So I feel like I've always been that person too, to feel like, well, why I can't keep a man? Why I'm praying for a good man, but am I a good woman? That's me now going into getting older.
I think a big,
because I chose that mentally.
I think a big portion would be if women really would, I don't deal with and if you're a personal trainer, I can see why social media would be a part of your life, because people want to see.
I think that was BS that he just
personal trainers existed before social media. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do. 20 and 14.
You got started young.
Yes.
Are you seeing anyone seriously right now?
Absolutely not. Not at this current time in my life. I think I needed that time to heal first.
Do you have daughters or sons?
My daughter is 20 and my son is 14, who is also autistic. Okay. So my level of thinking is completely different now.
So, did you raise your daughter? What do you say to your daughter about dating?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Mr. Samuel.
How are you discussing dating and relationships with your daughter at 20 years old?
Pause. Why does he always have to target the woman? Why not ask, how are you teaching your men about dealing with women in the future? Anyways, let's continue.
I think that it's more being realistic and knowing that I can't watch her 24/7. So giving her the harsh reality of life. If you want to enjoy your life, you're going to need to grasp everything that you can as of this moment. Like,
are you coaching your daughter to be single or a wife?
Okay, so it froze a little. Let's fast forward.
Hello? All right, I don't know. Sometimes. Sorry.
My daughter to understand the importance of trying to be somebody's wife in this day and age and this era. It's very scary.
What is
so
it?
For me, it means being realistic that we do hold the power, and it's not just from, excuse my language, it's not from the pussy. It's not.
Okay, now I'm starting. Okay, you hold the power, meaning women?
Women, we do hold the power. We can reset the tone and the bar, over our existence. And go ahead.
Women own the power of what?
Over our existence. So how we maneuver, we make choices within a 24-hour period.
Of course.
Everybody has the same choices. They're given the same choices within a 24-hour period across the globe. And what people choose to do with those 24 hours, it sets you up for what's next. So that's how I...
Okay, so she kind of corrected herself, because I was going to say everyone holds the power. However, I feel like she's trying to let him know that women are just as powerful as men. And we can choose whatever we want and do whatever we want within a 24 span. Maybe that's what she was saying. Let's see.
That's how I talk to my daughter.
Okay, so what I'm not hearing is you're giving your daughter any clear instructions on what to do regarding a man.
I agree with that.
Clear instructions.
And she should also be giving clear instructions on how her sons should treat women. It should go both ways, not just for the daughter.
Giving her the instructions on not being a single woman for the rest of her life.
Absolutely. That's very important.
So she knows her father and my mindset, and I'm asking you as a mother, the way you move through life is your choices, but it's her. Because I didn't ask about her dad, but I'm asking, are you coaching her to be a single woman or modern woman or wife? And I haven't heard one or the other.
But I need her to love herself first before trying to go out there and trying to love or find love. You need to love yourself first.
That's a valid point.
Marriage is not about love.
It's a lot of things, Mr. Salmon. It's not just about love.
No, but it's not. But see, one of the things because I'm hearing modern woman.
Okay, he's going super, super old school. Excuse me not looking at the camera too much, but the light is a little blinding. But he's going a little too old school with saying that marriage is not about love. And especially him claiming to be a Christian man, he should know that marriage is focused on love. And everything in a marriage is blessed by God under that Christian umbrella. And for anything to work, you need love to flourish in your marriage, if that makes sense. So him sitting there saying marriage is not about love, that's hypocritical for one, if he's going to be claiming to be a Christian man, because the umbrella for Christianity in a marriage is God first, then your spouse, and everything revolves around love in order to make it work. You have to love your spouse in order to make it work, because you're not going to like them every day, but you have to love them to be able to put up with them.
Traditional woman, getting a lot of inner splicing. And this is part of the problem that women have. They don't talk directly to young women. That's why they come listen to me, because I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
I do agree with that. We don't.
Your generation aren't being clear. Go find a man, girl.
Mothers don't. Some women are not always clear about dealing with relationships. A lot of parents don't like to delve into that topic because it's awkward, and we do need to start being more specific with that. Okay, this I don't agree with. You don't need a husband. This is where he starts to get a little belittling towards women.
But the thing is, we're not telling women that they need a man. It's a stream of income. A man, not a stream of income.
You absolutely do.
We absolutely do not need a man. However, is it more beneficial to have a man, or more so a partner? Because it doesn't have to be a man. It can be another financial partner. Two incomes is better than one, but does it necessarily have to be a man? No.
When we come out to this world, you need
but when we're motivated and inspiring people.
No.
Nah, come on now.
You can't overtalk me on my platform. You can't overtalk me on my platform. I'm trying to be polite.
With all due respect,
No, all due respect, please don't overtalk me. That's one thing I don't do. I'll let you go. I'll let you flow. I'll let you flow.
Okay.
She's gonna get booted.
And if you're gonna overtalk me, I will bid you a
Conversation is done. See, told you.
I feel sorry for your dog.
Booted.
I do. I mean, I try to listen, but this is what you get. All this psychobabble bullshit. Psychobabble bullshit.
So here's another thing that I feel like is just wrong with him. I get that he wants to hold a platform that is cordial and professional, and he doesn't want to sit there with people talking over each other and whatever the case. However, he does a lot of talking over as well, and he doesn't give people the opportunity. And if he's not the big dog in the conversation, then he's going to boot you out. If he feels like you're trying to overtalk or step out of your place, then he's going to boot you out. And I notice he does this mostly, well, from what I've seen so far, it seems like it's mostly with women. He'll kick you out, and he doesn't like to be overspoken. And yes, there's roles of men and roles for women, and men need to take the lead and yada, yada, yada. But I just think that's plain rude. However, some of these women can get rude too. So it is what it is.
So many of our women are hardened. So many of our women cannot even
And he's still going.
Fucking conversation because they got
But
their
that's
dick out
Kevin Samuels for you.
You're not a man.
Funny guy. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Oh,
28.
We're talking about keeping versus getting. Getting versus keeping.
Okay.
Let's do this. What do you got?
Well, I feel like us black women, we definitely have a possibility of being vulnerable and being submissive when the time is right for a guy. So it's hard to keep somebody when you're constantly bucking at them. You can't let a man be a man if you're trying to take that role as well. So
Not all women are like that, but I agree in a sense. Now he's trying to dive in to see what she's all about and where her mindset is at.
And then they separated. So it was more of a co-parenting type thing.
And do you have any siblings?
Yeah, 2 older brothers and now 2 younger sisters.
Okay. So, would you like to be married one day?
Yeah.
You sure?
It's I don't say it like that because again in today's day and age it's
Why are we so unsure about these things?
Like
Women? Why are you so unsure about such a simple topic? Do you want to be married or do you not want to be married?
On high alert right here, let me say to this day and age.
Why?
Because you're evolutionary evolved to be what you are, regardless of the day and age. Can a female of the species survive without the group?
Yes. Yes and no.
Women need men.
I agree.
So
Women don't need men, but they can't survive without a group. It takes a village.
So
That's a better answer, though.
I wouldn't say the trials and tribulations, but that is part of it. Because
That's more real.
my mom went through,
Okay.
and
Now,
I'm always based off like what
with
as I
that,
was growing up, I wanted to do the opposite.
We also have to stop basing our future off of what we've seen happen in the past. And we just have to try to go forward and do what is right.
The opposite.
do you now, without getting too personal, was your mother and father's situation money motivated? Was it like with most people? Or was there like domestic violence where there was real violence or drugs or anything involved?
I could say it was a mixture of financial problems, and also infidelity.
Okay. Due respect, this is why I think women go wrong.
Here he goes coming after the woman. Here he goes.
How do
It's
you
really
know?
not.
But how do you, well, my thing is, unless you walk in on your mother or father with somebody, you wouldn't know they're cheating. If there are money problems, why do you know if they didn't share that with you?
Because the parents shared that with her.
Unfortunately, it was shared with me, and I did not.
See?
Which parent? Does the mother share with you?
My
The father
dad.
did? Okay.
He was trying to say that it was the mother's fault.
This is the
Always blaming women.
sharing this kind of stuff with kids. You said they were co-parents. Did
Yeah.
your mother remarry?
No, my dad married. Definitely.
Okay.
But
So-
my mom did.
So the person that had infidelity was your father or your mother?
It was my dad.
Okay. But he remarried.
Yeah,
How did you find out?
And probably scarred her poor mother.
my dad.
She said her dad, but he's still trying to
Did he
point
tell you that?
the direction at the woman to say that it's her fault.
All right. So I'll give a little reason. A parent has to give a reason why the kids are divorced. I wouldn't even thought to that.
He gives some leeway now when it's the man's fault. Funny.
Your mother, did you ever see her dating anybody?
Yeah.
Still trying to dissect the woman. What about trying to dissect the father? Because he's the one that broke up the relationship.
Maybe. Her boyfriend?
What I seen, it wasn't a great example. So I tried to just do the opposite of what I did and
Okay.
or try to steer away from
One big problem is people in this generation bought kids and grown folks' business, and they put you.
I agree with that. We should keep kids out of grown folks' business.
Your mother and father's problems don't sound like anything that you can't find in any neighborhood in this world.
exactly.
However, we should educate our kids on how relationships should be and how they should work positively.
Business administration. I'm going for my bachelor's next.
Okay.
Now here he goes breaking her down. What does her degree have to do with anything?
As in the marketing team.
There are plenty of successful people out there without a degree.
Okay, so how much do you think you will earn annually? At the height of
Now
your-
here he goes dissecting women and how much they earn. Women can earn six-figure incomes as well easily. And there are many women out there earning six-figure incomes that didn't get a degree and didn't go to college. And there are many of men. You can't just always...
I gotta see.
One thing I don't like with him is he always makes it seem like the man is always going to be the ultimate breadwinner and the woman can't get up to that level and cannot function at that level
No stop.
without the man.
And received the cost of living raise 3% every year. 25 to 65. And she retired at 65 and had a life expectancy of 85. That means she had to live 20 years.
I don't know what statistics he goes off of. Yes, there are a lot of statistics that say that men are always higher earners than women. However, a lot of these women that he's talking with have no self-confidence, I notice. And he's now putting in their heads, this is what I don't like about him. He's putting in their heads that they can be no better than a high-earning man when they definitely can, especially in this day and age. There's a lot of opportunities for women to be successful business owners and do it by themselves nowadays. So trying to make it all about the man is what I don't like. There are also women out there that can do it with other women as partners. You don't necessarily need another man as a partner. Yes, two incomes are better than one, but it doesn't have to be from a man.
That woman would have a shortfall of almost $800,000 in her retirement. It's going to take $2.9 million to live from 65 to 85.
He does. You don't know that, Kevin.
You're going to college and doing all this work to get a middle income job. And if
you don't know that all she's going to get is a middle income job.
And help you in your goal.
You're dumbing her down, and I don't like that.
Because dogs can't do it. Your girlfriends can't do it. So the fear of being married, I need you and I need women to help. If you are,
I get that he's trying to be pro-marriage, but this is the poor way to deliver it, because you're making this poor young woman seem insignificant to the point that you're making her feel like she cannot do it unless she has a man that's up here to lead her.
There needs to be a man in the house, and there needs to be gender roles. I believe in
there needs to be gender roles,
No,
but there doesn't need to be a man in the house.
doing it alone.
No, what should be scary is trying to live from 65 to 85.
Here we go.
$2.9 million.
Sad. I hope she doesn't listen to everything he's saying right here, because it's making her so insignificant that she's going to feel like, I need to have this man to be able to flourish, which is not the case.
So what should be scary is the notion of, if I don't have a husband, then what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's just sad. It's just sad that he makes these women, okay, first of all, the women that he chooses to argue with are not on a certain caliber where they're confident in themselves and successful. Notice that a lot of the women that he chooses to entertain are not successful and can't get their words together. And when he does finally find a woman that is powerful and successful and can put her words together, he doesn't want to hear it. He's going to boot them out. So that's the hypocrisy that I don't like with his debates. However, he does make some valid points. I won't lie about that. But I don't like his delivery. Like I said before, the way he tries to belittle the women that he does debate with and make them feel insignificant is a no-go. Anyways, guys, that was my little reaction for today. So let me know in the comments down below if you liked this. Let me know how you feel about this video that I just watched and what your reaction is from his opinions and the woman's opinion. And well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of these reaction videos, let me know down below. But otherwise, it was nice seeing you guys, and I'm not going to keep this too much longer. So love you guys, and we'll talk later. Bye.